हेलो साथियों, जो पहला जो वर्ड है वन वर्ड सब्स्टिट्यूशन इटिनरी। इटिनरी मतलब होता है प्लान्ड रूट और जर्नी। पहला इम्पीड। इम्पीड मतलब होता है डिले और प्रिवेंट समवन और समथिंग बाय ऑब्स्ट्रक्टिंग देम। डिले और प्रिवेंट समवन और समथिंग बाय ऑब्स्ट्रक्टिंग देम। पहला इम्पेरियलिज्म। इम्पेरियलिज्म होता है द पॉलिसी ऑफ एक्सटेंडिंग ए कंट्री एम्पायर एंड इन्फ्लुएंस। अगला implication, the conclusion that can be drawn from something although it is not explicitly stated. The conclusion that can be drawn from something although it is not explicitly stated. Importune, to harass someone persistently to do something. To harass someone persistently to do something. अगला इम्प्यूडेंट मतलब सेमलेसली रूड। अगला इनएनिमेट। इनएनिमेट मतलब होता है लाइफलेस ऑब्जेक्ट। इनएनिमेट मतलब लाइफलेस ऑब्जेक्ट। अगला इनसाइड, अर्ज समवन टू एक्ट इन ए वायलेंट और अनलॉफुल वे। अगला इंडोक्ट्रिनेट मतलब टीच ए पर्सन टू एक्सेप्ट ए सेट ऑफ बिलीफ अनक्रिटिकली। Teach a person to accept a set of beliefs uncritically. Inaptitude मतलब lack of skill, ability or competence. Ineradicable, unable to be destroyed or removed. Infernal, relating to or characteristic of hell or the underworld. इन्फ्लिक्ट मतलब इम्पोज समथिंग अनवेलकम। इन्फ्लिक्ट। इनिशिएट, कॉज ए प्रोसेस और एक्शंस टू बिगिन। इंक्यूजिटिव, हैविंग और शोइंग एन इंटरेस्ट इन लर्निंग थिंग्स, क्यूरियस। इंसर्जेंट, रेबेलियस और अपोजिंग द अथॉरिटी। Jargon, a special work used in a profession. Jettison, to throw unnecessary or unwanted things from ship, etc. Allusive, an insulting remark. Jingoism, extreme and aggressive patriotism. Jovial, cheerful and friendly. Judgmental, having or displaying an overly critical point of view. Juggler, a person who tosses a number of objects in air and balances them. Jurisdiction, a fixed territory in which authorities can be exercised. Jury, a body of persons appointed to hear evidence and give their verdicts and in trials. Juvenile, relating to young people, childish. Juxtapose, placing a thing beside another, constructing effect. Kennel, a home for dogs. Kiln, a furnace for burning and baking bricks, pottery, etc. Kleptomania, a recurrent compulsive urge to steal. Kneel, can sound of the funeral bell. Not a tangled mass in something such as hair or wool. Labyrinth, a complicated irregular network of passengers or paths in which it is difficult to find one ways, a maze. Lackey, a person who obeys or serves someone like a servant. Lagoon, a small saltwater body separated by sea. Landscape, the complete view of a place. Lapidist, one who cuts precious stone. Laudable, a person who deserves all praise. Laxative, a medicine used to loosen the stuff in the balls. Lease, a legal agreement allowing the use of something. Ledger, a book of accounts showing debits and credits. Lalir, a sigh look that is lustful. Legacy, the property left to someone by a will. Legend, a traditional, popular but unconfirmed story. Lexical, relating to words or vocabulary. Lexicographer, one who compiles a dictionary. Lexicon, a word book or dictionary, especially of Greek, Latin, or Hebrew, the vocabulary of a particular language, field, social class, person, etc. Liable, responsible by law. Lair, an underground living place for big animals. Libertine, a person, especially a man who behaves without moral principles or a sense of responsibility, especially in sexual matter. Ligament, tough tissues in joints. Linguistic, one who is good at foreign language. Liquidator, a person appointed to wind up the affair of a company or firm. Liturgy, a form of a public religious worship. Logic, science of reasoning. Longshoreman, a man who works on shores loading, unloading ships. Lop, run or move with a long bounding stride. Loquacious, talking a lot. Loyalty, firm in one's support and friendship. Lunatic, a mad person. Luxuriant, thick and profuse in growth. Lyric, expressing the writer's emotions in brief and stanza. Litigant, a person involved in a lawsuit. Load, a rich source of something. Loophole, a small mistake in an agreement or law that gives someone the chance to avoid having to do something. Lobe, cut off a branch, leaf or twig from the main body of a tree. Lousy, very poor or bad. Machiavellian, cunning and scheming in politics. Macroscopic, visible to the naked eyes. Madam, the first speech made by a person. Malapropism, mistaken use of word in place of similar sounding word. Male chauvinist, one who believes in the dominance of man over women. Malevolent, showing intention to harm others. Mammal, an animal of a class that is distinguished by the possession of hair or fur, the secretion of milk by female for the nourishment of the young, and typically the birth of live young. Mandatory, required by law. Manias, an obsessive enthusiast. Manifesto, a written declaration of government or a political party. Maneuver, use of trick for personal benefit. Manometer, an instrument measuring pressures on a volume of liquid. Manometer, instrument for measuring gaseous pressure. Mantle, a loose piece of clothing without sleeve. Manuscript, a paper written by hand. Marsupial, an animal carrying young babies in a pouch on the belly. Mason, a person skilled in cutting and laying a stone in a building. Massacre, brutal slaughter of many people. materialism, giving importance to money and material things. Matinee, a cinema show which is held in the afternoon. Matrilineal, of or based on kinships with the mother or the female line. Maxim, a short statement of truth. Maze, a complex network of paths or passage. Meddle, to interfere in something unwanted. Mediate, to try to settle disputes between two other parties. Medicate, to administer medicine. Medieval, belongs to the Middle Age. Meditation, deep in thought. Memoirs, memorable recollection of the experience of one's life. Memorial, a statue or structure built in someone's memory. Mendicant, beggar, vikhari. Mercenary, someone who works or serves only for personal profit. Also professional soldier paid to fight for an army. चैनल सब्सक्राइब कीजिए.